So, I have a question. Are you a judge? You don't have any jurisdiction over me. I would argue you don't have any jurisdiction, okay? No, I'm Anthony Mathis, the living man, here in special appearance for Anthony Winston Mathis, also acting in my proper capacity of the trustee of the trust. If the plaintiff cannot come to court, then this shall be dismissed. That's failure.
Or
I
you may
object. I
walk
will
a
not be
cash
paying
check or
any fine.
charge into the
I will not be
44th
paying
District
any fine.
Court. Please don't interrupt the court, sir.
This judge absolutely annihilates this sovereign citizen in a Zoom court hearing. And guys, it is one for the books. The defendant is here because he ran a red light, and the cop who pulled him over is testifying against him, which, under traffic laws, is pretty much a slam dunk. But instead of facing reality, this guy decides to go full nut job mode with arguments so ridiculous, it's honestly hard not to laugh. Let me know what you guys think about this hearing in the comments, and if you're into content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. Now, let's dive in.
You are Anthony Winston Mathis?
No, I'm Anthony Mathis, the living man, here in special appearance for Anthony Winston Mathis, also acting in my proper capacity of the trustee of the trust.
Very well, Mr. Mathis. Today's the date and time for your informal hearing. The citation before the court, Mr. Mathis, indicates that on May the 24th of this year at approximately 9 p.m., you are operating a 2024 Ford Edge, black in color on 11 Mile Road, air near Washington, in the city of Royal Oak. And at that place and time, you committed the civil infraction of impeding traffic. Impeding traffic, sir, is considered a lesser included offense within nearly any moving violation. And Officer Moran indicates in his detailed note that your vehicle was on East 11 Mile Road at Washington and disobeyed the traffic signal. The officer had a green arrow and therefore driver had a red light. Mr. Mathis, you have three options and three options only, sir, in the protection of your own rights. You may, sir, admit responsibility in this matter. The court will attach the scheduled fine and that will close the case. Or, Mr. Mathis, you may admit responsibility with an explanation that you believe mitigates these circumstances, or you have every right to deny responsibility, and the court will swear the parties and will take testimony. What would you like the court to do for you today?
Well, I have a few questions, if you don't mind.
The court does mind. You need to make a plea. I am required by
No,
law.
I don't plead to anybody. I only plead to the Most High. Who are you?
I am Magistrate William Urick, P43273. I am a sworn judicial officer of this district. We are here for your informal hearing that you requested. This court is required by law, procedure, and court rule to take a plea. The motorist requesting this informal hearing, that being you, must make such a plea. You may admit responsibility in this matter.
I don't plead to anybody but God.
You may admit with an explanation, or you may deny responsibility, and the court will swear the parties and will take proofs. What would you have the court do for you today?
I don't plead to anybody.
Very
So I
well.
have a question.
Officer Moran and Mr. Mathis, please raise your right hands.
I do have a question.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you shall give before this court shall be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you very much. Please proceed.
Before we get into the cop's testimony, I just have to say, this judge is quickly becoming one of my favorites to watch. He's so no-nonsense, and the way he calmly ignores this sovereign citizen's nonsense is just pure gold. Honestly, that's the best way to handle someone like this. Arguing with them just feeds their delusion, but watching the judge shut it down so smoothly? Chef's kiss. What do you guys think about the judge so far? Let me know in the comments. Now, let's get back into this hearing.
Magistrate, on May 24, 2024, at approximately 9 p.m., I, Officer Moran, was in the area of East 11 Mile in Washington when I observed 2024 Ford Edge, black in color, with Michigan plate Edward John Lincoln 6501. I was at the light at East 11 in Washington when I had the green arrow to turn. That vehicle then proceeded through the light. As I looked up at the traffic light, that light was red for that driver.
With respect to your selection of citation, you elected to simply issue a ticket for impeding traffic. Is that correct?
I did, Magistrate, at that
And
time.
that's based on your discretion, your training, and your experience.
It is.
Thank you. You obviously have the right to rebuttal if you choose to use it, Officer Moran. Mr. Mathis, it is now your turn. What would you like the court to know, sir?
So, I have a question. Are you a judge?
Mr. Mathis, the court has already indicated it is a sworn judicial officer. It is exercising its jurisdiction lawfully over you. So questioning the court's authority.
You don't have any jurisdiction over me. I would argue you don't have any jurisdiction. Okay.
Mr. Mathis, the
the-
officer has already testified as to the facts of the case. It is now your turn to testify. You can tell the court anything you wish the court to know, focusing solely on the events of the date in question. What would you like to tell the court?
The plaintiff is the city of Royal Oak. Please bring the city of Royal Oak. Where's the city of Royal Oak?
The defendant claims the judge has no jurisdiction over him. So why did he even show up if that's what he believes? This argument always collapses the second they pull this card because, spoiler alert, the court clearly has jurisdiction, especially when it comes to state traffic violations. I mean, why even bother showing up if you think the judge has no authority? This whole sovereign citizen movement is getting out of control, and I swear, I keep seeing more and more of them pop up every day. I honestly don't know why it's so prevalent now, and I can't tell if this guy is actually clueless or just playing dumb. It's honestly hard to tell at this point. Let me know what you guys think, but let's dive back in.
The officer is representing the city of Royal Oak, sir.
Where's the city of Royal Oak?
Are you asking where it is geographically, or
Where's
are
the
you
city?
asking where it is in
Right
terms
now.
of who's present on behalf of the city of Royal Oak?
Where is the city of Royal Oak? Please bring the
Court
city.
doesn't understand your question. Are you asking where it is on a map, or where is the officer?
No, I know exactly where it is on
Okay.
the geographic location, but where are they right now?
The officer is representing the city of Royal Oak as a sworn and certified Michigan peace officer. So what else would you like to tell the court, Mr. Mathis? And please, again, the court suggests that you focus on the events of the date in question.
Okay. Well, could you please bring forth the injured party? Was anybody injured?
This is not a tort case, Mr. Mathis. It is a case written
Well,
under the Motor Vehicle Code
as I
of the
was
city of
traveling,
Royal Oak as it is adopted.
as I was traveling, the officer turned on the lights. No one was injured. So please bring forth the injured party. Based on the Constitution, the Sixth Amendment right, I have a right to face my accuser. If the plaintiff cannot come to court, then this shall be dismissed. That's failure.
Traffic violations like running a red light are considered offenses against public safety, not individual people. So, no, you don't need someone who got hurt to make the case valid. The state acts as the plaintiff in these situations because running a red light puts everyone on the road at risk, and that alone is enough to land you in court. Honestly, I have no idea where this guy got his information. Maybe Google or some random internet forum. But let's get back to it.
Mr. Mathis, is there anything else you wish the court to know?
Please bring forth the injured party. If you can't bring forth the injured party, then this needs to be dismissed now.
Mr. Mathis, is there anything else you wish the court to know?
You guys can't bring anyone forward. As far as the injured party, no one was injured. You guys.
Mr. Mathis, I will ask you one more time. The officer is representing the city of Royal Oak. This is not a case alleging physical harm or breach of contract.
Why are you trying to charge me?
This is a civil case under the Motor Vehicle Code as it was decriminalized in 1979. This is a civil matter. The burden of proof is a preponderance of the evidence. The officer has testified as to what he observed, and it is now your turn to testify as to what occurred. There is no requirement under the rules of procedure, civil, in this operation as of today, that requires a quote unquote injured party to be present. The officer has stated very clearly and fairly and plainly what he observed that day. So as to your testimony related to the date in question, is there anything else you would like the court to know?
No, it isn't. If you guys can't bring any injured party,
Very
no
well.
one injured. You guys are
Officer Moran, any rebuttal testimony?
No rebuttal testimony.
Thank you so much. Mr. Mathis, the burden of proof in a civil case is a mere preponderance of the evidence. The officer, a duly sworn and certified Michigan peace officer representing the city of Royal Oak, which is one of two cities upon which this court has jurisdiction, has put his testimony forward. There is nothing in the record that has rebutted any of it. Therefore, the court is finding you responsible for the citation as it was written. The fine for that serves $175. That is payable
I
through
would
the pay
not.
portal on
I
the
would not.
44th
I would
District
not
Court
be.
website, or
I
you may
object. I
walk
would
a
not be
cash
paying
check or
any fine.
charge into the
I would not be
44th
paying
District
any
Court.
fine.
Please don't interrupt the court, sir. You may walk a cash check or charge into the 44th District Court at 400 East 11 Mile Road, Monday through Friday, between 8:30 and 4:30. That's due within 7 days, Mr. Mathis. If you take exception to the court's ruling, you may post a bond in the amount of $175 within 7 days, and the matter will be placed upon the formal hearing docket of the Chief Judge of the District, and at that time, the City of Royal Oak would be represented by a...
Do you guys think the $175 fine was fair for this sovereign citizen? Personally, I think it was a solid lesson for him. The judge didn't entertain his nonsense for a second, just straight facts and the law, and I really respect that. In Michigan, traffic violations like running a red light are categorized as civil infractions, not criminal offenses, and fines. Like this are set to promote public safety. This guy's arguments might have worked in his fantasy courtroom, but in real life, they don't hold up against state law. Again, big respect to this judge for handling it so calmly and professionally, even when the defendant was trying to derail the entire process. That said, I kind of wish the judge had held him in contempt for how rude and disruptive he was. Judges have the authority to do that when someone disrespects the court or interrupts proceedings, and this guy was doing both on a whole different level. It definitely would have been satisfying to see him get an additional punishment just for his behavior. Do you think the judge should have gone harder on him, or was this enough? And my big question for you guys, do you think he's genuinely crazy, or is he just playing dumb to avoid responsibility? Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. I appreciate you all sticking around, and I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.